Hey guys, gonna try something a little different today. I know it's Wednesday, station duties, station orders, station dates, things like that. We'll just send this to you guys so you can watch it on your own free time. And then as I come around, I'll follow up with you guys. So let's get it started. All right. So like I said, today's Wednesday. Main thing we want to look at: station orders, station dates. Uh, Make sure the supply room gets cleaned out, swept out, straightened up as we do those orders and dates. Today, let's look at cleaning up around the station a little bit. I know from the storms yesterday, we still have a lot of wet places and stuff. If your bay's kind of wet, make sure you put out some wet floor signs. Try to get any water out of the bays. Be careful when we're coming in and out of the bays that we don't slip and hurt ourselves. We don't want that to happen today. We also need to be aware that the winds are probably going to continue throughout the day. Straight line winds, they say maybe 30, 40 miles per hour at the time. So just pay attention to that as you're driving along the road. Make sure you're looking at wet roads, standing water, flooded areas, things of that nature. Pay attention to those. Soft ground, no. Stay on the paths, stay on the driveways. We have to do extracurricular things with the stretcher. Let's make sure we do it like that. Any unsafe access areas that look like we don't know what it is or haven't been there before, stay away from that as well. Dangerous areas, guys. Lots of chance today of trees falling down, different things of that nature. You do have extrication gear if you're going in an area that's been collapsed, close to an area where trees fell or anything like that. Want to make sure we have our gear on, our helmets, protect ourselves. Otherwise, let's let the firemen go into those areas and don't enter those areas if you don't have the gear to go into them. All right, questions about that, you guys can bring it up later. A couple of things from the emails. I wasn't here last shift, so I'm going to try to catch up with some things. I know probably most of it's been covered with you already. Zofran Toradol bottle changes. Check out the email from Allie on that. See what the differences are. I think the purple and the greenish colors, the green color for Zofran, purple for Toradol, stay the same. The bottles just look a little different. I think the dosage is still the same in the two bottles, but just be aware that they changed and know that you have different things that you're looking for, so don't just go grab them for colors. Funny story about colors. I used to have a guy who worked for me at the grocery store who stocked product by color, and he always got confused with the Campbell soup because they're all red and white. That's another story for another time. Anyway, Wake Med Wendell's open. Probably not somewhere we'd be going unless we happen to get there. They only have 12 beds. Phone numbers, I've provided them. They've been provided to you on the emails. Hopefully they're in your phones. If they're not, make sure we put it in the phones. Also, I posted it to the board here in Benson. Probably post it to the board in the other stations as well, so you guys have that information. Secondary employment forms are due to me by end of month. I would prefer to have them by end of shift today. That way we don't have any loose ropes or ends going to anything. If you have a second job, you need to fill out one of those forms. Just let the county know you're doing something else. I covered the wet roads. I'm going to continue today with the AC1, AC2, and TB8. Didn't get around to everybody last time. We got kind of busy my last shift, and then I wasn't here last shift. I do have a great scenario for AC1 and AC2. It kind of starts with AC2 stuff, probably leads into AC1 a little bit. So that way we can look at some things and talk about some things and add a different element into it. It was the ECG of the week for last week from a Mama 2. Good guy if you want to study ECGs and know something about them. Look at that. It's a great scenario. We'll go through it there. Today's B shift Con Ed. Our Con Ed's not till the end of the month. Just pay attention to that. Make sure you don't have anything scheduled on that. It'll be on our short week at the end of the month. Make sure you have availability for that on Wednesday. Looks like the schedule is 8 to 5. We're going to be doing the NAEMT safety class. Allison has sent some information out. If you want a card for that, it's $15. You have to go to the link that she puts on there. If you want the card, make sure you do that. Just remember, guys, standard is the standard. Today's a little rough, windy outside. We got some things we got to do, station orders, station dates, but still hold the standards. Keep the stations clean. Had a bunch of sick people. Make sure we're deconning everything very well. One thing I want to say about Titan tarps, I want to reiterate from Adam, if we can clean the Titan tarps, and that means that stuff hasn't been ground into those handles and things like that, if we can get out and we can clean them, let's do that instead of just they're not completely disposable items. Just remember that. Anytime we have to get a new one, we also need to fill out a special report on that, report why we had to get rid of it and get a new one so they can keep track of that. Let's see, we got a couple students today, student at 51, student at 21, students at 61. We're minus EMS 15 today, so we just won't have that coverage. We may send 62 over there. I haven't got any information from Anthony yet about that. So just make sure you listen out today for everything. As the winds will be high, we may lose some coverage on your cell phones. You may lose some coverage on the radios every now and then. So just kind of pay attention to what's going on out there today. If it starts to get busy or whatever, keep your wits about you. You guys did a great job the other shift when the CAD went down. You're very good about paying attention to what was going on. You weren't one of the people that called in and asked why am I not showing something on the CAD, because you paid attention and knew what was going on. Keep your cell phones on you, keep your radios on you, keep your pagers on you at all times. I think Anthony reported that shoot times were really good our last shift, so good job, guys. Continue that. Be diligent about the nighttime with that. So I know sometimes it get into a deep sleep and you wake up and you don't know where you are sometimes, but let's try to be diligent about getting out the door as quickly as we can during those nighttime hours. We want to offer those people that are having emergencies in those hours the same opportunities as we offer to people during the daytime hours for our availability. So thanks for all you do. I appreciate you guys. It'd be good seeing you when I get around today. So we'll talk to you when we get around then. We will end this with the gaveling. So thanks, guys.